Hi, I'm Liz with Toth Properties, powered by EXP Realty. I hope you're having a great day today. I'm a residential real estate agent in the Raleigh, Durham area, and I specialize in working with both buyers and sellers. And today is my April real estate market update. So we'll look at what has happened over the last few months in the real estate market in the Raleigh, Durham area and compare that to last year. We'll look at what's going on today. And then I always like to talk about some of the hot topics that are in the news today, like mortgage rates and inflation. So I'm going to share my screen again and we'll get right into it. So today I wanted to look at the entire Triangle region. A lot of times when I do my market updates, I just focus on Wake County and Durham County, which are two counties I sell a lot in, but wanted to focus on the entire Triangle today. A lot of folks will ask me, what is the entire Triangle? And for the purpose of the MLS, this is the entire Triangle region. So all these counties and areas make up the Triangle MLS. And just to put it in perspective, over 2 million people live in this region. So when we look at what has happened in March, new listings were down 3.3% when compared to last year. Our closed sales were down 4.6%. So we saw the same trend, limited inventory, huge buyer demand, and that really put pressure on pricing. The median sales price was up 24.2%. The average sales price was up almost 22%. And the average sales price in March for a home in the entire Triangle region was over $447,000. Homes are still selling at record pace. It takes about 13 days from the time a home comes on the market until it goes under contract, which is still fast. Last year was fast as well at 17 days, but even faster this year. The good news here is, yes, listings were down versus last year, but we saw over 4,300 new listings hit the market in March of this year. And when we compare that to last month, it's a good increase. So in February, we saw just over 3,300 new listings hit the market. So we're seeing the area kind of transition into the hot spring selling market. So more sellers are putting their homes on the market. More buyers are going to be coming out during this time period too. So in real estate, we track everything: sales, what's on the market last year, compared to this year, month over month. We also track showings as well, and I thought that would be something interesting to look at. So when we look at, for the month of March, total showings in the entire Triangle region, just over 73,000. And when we look at the number of listings that were available, it worked out to about 17 showings per listing. And when we compare that to last year, we didn't have as many homes available to sell. So it makes sense that showings are down versus last year, just over 16%. But we had an increase in listings from February to March going into that spring selling season. So showings were up, more buyers are coming out. So over 14% increase in showings when compared to last month. You can also see that the bulk of the showings are happening in this 309,000 and more price point. So that's kind of what's happened historically and what we see. We hopefully will continue to see the same trend where more homes are coming on the market as we get more into the spring market. What's going on today in the real estate market? So in the entire Triangle MLS, new construction and resale, active and coming soon, we have just shy of 2,200 homes available for sale. And this doesn't reflect everything. There are some new construction communities that don't have everything loaded into the MLS. So in some of the new construction communities, there may be more opportunities that just aren't reflected here. When we look at what's under contract, we have just over 8,500 homes under contract that will close sometime in the near future. That's both new construction and resale. And what has closed this month, just over 1,900 homes have closed in the month of April. We still have about a week or so left in the month, so we'll continue to see this number grow. So that is what's gone on right now in the Triangle. And I also like to talk about some of the hot topics that are going on or in the news media today. So one of the very hot topics today that everyone's talking about is mortgage rates. So this chart shows you from December 2021 what's happened with mortgage rates. You can see they've increased. And this is as of the end of March. So at the end of March, they were about 4.67. They're actually higher today, closer to 5%. And we do anticipate seeing the rates continue to increase as we go further into the year, just maybe not as volatile as we've seen in the last few weeks. So people will ask me, is it still a good time to buy a home? And I say yes, because you want to lock in your interest rates before you continue to see it increase later this year or maybe next year. Buyer traffic. So this shows traffic all across the country. So you can see it's strong buyer traffic across the country. There's a few pockets where buyer traffic is just stable. In North Carolina, buyer traffic is strong. And then when we compare that to seller traffic all across the country, it's a very different picture. So pretty much all across the country, weak seller traffic to very weak. There's a couple pockets where it is stable. So, if you're a buyer in this market, you look at this, you have strong buyer demand, weak seller traffic. You really need to have a strong agent working with you to help you navigate this market if you're trying to purchase a home. Nationally, we saw the same increase in listings that we saw here locally. So month over month, listings increased. They were still down versus March of last year. You can see that right here. So the same trend we saw in the Triangle area. Listings were down versus last year, but up month over month. And then this shows home price appreciation versus inflation rate. I like to show this. I've shown this before. I like to show this because it shows historically when you look at home price appreciation, which is the green bar, and then inflation rates are the blue bars. And you look historically, most of the time, home price appreciation outpaces the inflation rate. So again, people ask, is this a good time to purchase a home? Well, I say, again, yes, because you're going to lock in your mortgage rate before it continues to increase, which we saw in the previous slide. And then you're also locking in your fixed costs. Your biggest cost typically is your home expense. So you're going to lock in and protect yourself against future increases in home price appreciation. So it's definitely a great time to purchase. I think the Triangle is still a great investment in real estate. I think it will be long-term with the way the area is growing. So if you have any questions or want any specific information for your home, if you're thinking about selling, it's still a great time to sell, obviously, as you can see from all the data. And you want information specifically for your home or what it would sell for, feel free to reach out. And if you're out there trying to purchase a home today and have questions, feel free to reach out as well. So I look forward to talking to you again soon, and I hope you have a great day.